Good morning, YouTube. This is Mario back here on a video, and I really want to do this video because this is something been in my heart for the last couple of days, and something I've been thinking about for a while now, but especially in the last few days. As you guys know, I was doing Rocket League. I was in OJ's videos with the Rocket League, you know, live streams, and me and him, we were getting along pretty well. I was like, oh wow, he really actually, actually, he's being nice to me and stuff, and that was really cool of him letting me choose his crates, and I felt really, honored because, like at first, he was at first when we started talking, he felt kind of weird, he felt kind of awkward talking to me, but now he's like, now he's starting to open up to me more, and I was, and I'm pretty, excited about that because I was pretty excited when he let me, join because because he seems pretty nice. He seems like a pretty good kid. I really like him. He acts a little different, but like I act different too, and like that's probably the reason why I gravitated towards him because he's pretty quirky. He's different. He's creative. I like I like people who are like different. Creative stuff like that. But with saying all that. I know I went through this last year with another person I, met who's in the same grade as he was. He's in 10th grade now, but he was in 9th grade last year. And this kid, he was, he was kind of the same deal. He was quirky, he was different. I mean, he's like last year, he wasn't in my class, but a lot of my classmates knew him. And he was, he would walk with us, my walking fitness class, and he's, then he told me about, he, was had autism, and then not just really like just blew my mind. I was like, holy crap, he was like so open and honest about it, and I never had anybody to talk to about that, like who was like that open about it, like off the fly. He was just like saying he didn't care. He was just like super open, super chill about it. I was like, okay, and like I felt like I was talking to my younger self. I felt like, oh my God, this kid was so much like I was when I was 14. And then like we just started conversing. We was talking about our life stories, and like we was getting along so well. And like a few weeks later, his parents told me, you can't hang with him no more. You can't talk to him no more. Like even though I was telling him, you can meet my mom. My mom was really, my mom was like real old school. She would love me to talk to somebody like him. My mom always say, oh, you need to make friends, you need to get friends, you need to get friends. And then like now, because in high school I was such a loner. And then like now I'm in college, and I'm like, oh my God, like he's such a cool kid. And like we get along so well, we have so much in common. But then, like he's so smart, intelligent, and I really just, and I really admired that about him. But, his parents didn't understand, and I just, it just didn't work. And then, the principal even found out about it, and then just, and just broke my heart, and I was like in tears for like that day. And then that was like the end of the school year too, and it was just so like depressing because like I never was close to anybody like that before. I never been that close to anybody before. Like I never had any close friends growing up. So like talking to him really felt refreshing. That, oh my God, I'm not the only one. I'm not crazy. So like I you know that's why I was kind of like that's why I just felt kind of like, mm, a little bit cautious about, talking to OJ because, it's the same situation, like the same situation, same age, all that jazz. But, at least with, OJ, I could talk to him online. I could talk to him like on PS4 because the other kid I was telling you about, he didn't have a PS4, he had an Xbox One, which I didn't play no more. So I couldn't really talk to him online, nothing like that. His parents seemed to be really cool. His mom seemed to be really cool about him being on YouTube because I was like, shoot, if I was on YouTube, shoot, my mom probably would have killed me if I was on YouTube at 13, 14 years old. Like, for real. My mom didn't want me to have Facebook when I was that young. But all the kids in my school had Facebook, Instagrams and Twitters. I didn't have none of that. So like just talking to him made me feel like, made me feel, a sense of, peace, a sense of like fulfillment, like a sense of like joy, because I mean this kid is so fun, is so creative, is so like, cool and just awesome. Like I really feel like, I feel like there's potential between us, and there's like potential, like close friendship between us. So, but I don't want to make a decision without God knowing about it. I don't want to make a decision without God. I don't want this to be like last year. That's why I'm doing this video, because, a lot of the friends I made over the last couple years were younger than I was, OJ, for example, OJ, I just mentioned, E Money, he's a senior, but he's still a lot younger than I am, but like me and him, he helped me get through like the hardest times of my life. Like I was really going through just a moment of like, okay, God, what is next? What you really have for me? Because I was just so hurt by like, all the stuff that was happening to me over the summer, like May and June of last year. Just losing Jeffrey. Oh, dang, I said his name. Crap. But oh well. Losing him, and just like trying to get my spoken word career, kind of get my poetry career like off the ground, but like I could like nobody like was backing me up, like really. I didn't really had no support, and I just felt like, nothing was going right in my life. I was like, man, if I wish I would have stayed in New York, man, at least I would have had something, at least I would have had something to keep me like busy. But so I just felt like behind. I just felt like nothing was going right in my life. And then E Money, Evan, just like, oh my God, he really, man, I'm about to cry. Sorry about that, but oh, I'm sorry, but like it's just so emotional to think about it, because again, like all the stuff I went through these past few years. I mean, he really helped me. Like he just really helped me like get through like the hardest, like the toughest times, and I'm just really thankful for that. He helped me, Destiny. I mean, I just met some really cool people, and and from like, from early college, I met some really cool people, and like, and I'm like, I wish I knew, like the people, like I just look at how close and everybody get along with each other. I'm like, man, I wish I had that when I was in high school. When I was in high school, you know, Jesus. Like I wish I had this when I was in high school, like for real talk, because everybody was all about partying and doing drugs and crap like that, and like everybody thought I was weird because I didn't smoke weed and stuff like that, and it just really felt refreshing to know that somebody is just like me, like somebody I could relate to, somebody I could talk to. I don't feel like I don't feel like a weirdo. Talking about God and like that. I don't feel weird talking about every games like. Like I really like I'm just really just been like this year I was like I'm gonna focus. I'm not gonna do that no more. I made this mistake last year, and it really hurt me. I'm not gonna do this again. But then I met Brandon Swallow, who's another ninth grader, and I'm just like, oh my goodness, Lord, you gotta help me with this help because I mean, I'm like, my mom's telling me not to hang with these kids because I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want them to get in trouble. I'm not trying to ruin, their lives. But at the same time, it's like, man, like, I just feel like I just feel a sense of comfort, like because sense of like security because like oh, that's supposed yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Little distractions, but like I really just don't want me. I really just want to make the right decision this time. I'm getting older now. I know I'm not going to, be. I know I'm going to graduate soon. So, but I know I'm getting older now. I'm going to graduate soon, and I know I'm not going to be there. I know I'm going to be with them every day of their lives. But at least, I can talk to them like on PS4 or YouTube or Twitter or Instagram or something like that. So I'm just, I'm just, had to let this out there. So anyway, this is Matty Walker signing out.